That was weird. But anyway, I think I'm on. I can't tell you to let me know if it isn't working, but if it is working, I definitely hope it is. Anyway, welcome to Bull City Hangout 7-7. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, that is, if I am indeed broadcasting, and I hope that I am, I'm supposed to be telling you what's going on today in Durham, and I'll do that as soon as I move my keyboard out of the way. I already got my specs on. There we go. So let me grab my iPad here, and basically, let me get comfortable. There we go. Now, so I am on the Word page, that is the nonprofit and government information page. Lots of programs and services that you can check out that can help you, your family, your neighbors. So go up and down the page. First go to durhamskywriter.com and then go to the Word page. Oh, I guess I am on the air. Okay, because Dave is saying, hello, my wonderful YouTube friend. Hey, Dave, and fist bump in 3D. You had a glitch at the beginning of the show. I wasn't sure that I was broadcasting, but apparently I am. So welcome, Dave. Very happy to see you here. So I'm doing the show a little early today because I'm actually going to go somewhere and I have to be there at 12:30. And usually it takes around a half hour or so for me to finish the show. So I figured I would just go ahead and start a half hour early, if you don't mind. Okay, so I'm on the Word page. Let's just go over just a couple of things. The American Red Cross, they have these really great classes, and it looks like they're taking a bit of a break, but don't despair because starting up next Tuesday, they'll start up the classes again. But I do want you to check out the various classes, and also the online classes, you can actually take those at any time. So you can check those out. They have classes online such as babysitting basics, that's 45, adult, child, and baby first aid, and CPR, AED, that's using the defibrillators, that's 37. First aid for opioid overdoses, that's 20. First aid for severe bleeding, that's 30. Water safety for parents and caregivers, free. And they have that available in English and in Spanish. So definitely check that out because it's summertime and people are frolicking to the beaches and whatnot. And you want to make sure that you are ready as a parent, caregiver, or just innocent bystander if someone else's child needs help. Alrighty. In which case you won't be a bystander. You'll be able to help. Okay. All right. So let's see. There's a lot on this page. Now, tomorrow is Wednesday, which means if you want to fill one of these two vacancies, you can do so. There's a vacancy with the city on the Durham Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Commission. There's also a vacancy on the Human Relations Commission. So if you want to check either of those out, then you go to the Word page, look for the City of Durham, you'll see the calendar, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Click on the blue link, see what is expected of you in terms of attending meetings and whatnot. Then if you're still interested, go ahead and let the city know by end of day tomorrow that you want to fill one of these two vacancies. Alrighty, let's see. There's a lot on this page. The Durham County Libraries are open until 8. Bragtown is open until 6. And then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30 and Bragtown reopens at 10. And if it's hot out and you don't have air conditioning or whatever, you can always go to the library to cool off. Okay, let's see. Oh, some people are struggling. They need food. There's a 24/7, there's a concept called the community fridges. It got popular during COVID. This movement is across the country where people are helping others 24/7 by putting refrigerators out where people have, like I said, 24/7 access in terms of you going to fill the refrigerator or for those who want to go and take something out of the refrigerator. Each community fridge has a cupboard next to it so that you can, if you're making donations, you can put the canned goods in there, and you can put the let's see, rice, beans, cereal, things that don't need refrigeration. So, and I remember I shouldn't say it. Okay, I was disappointed. I actually took some. What did I put? I think I went to all three, and I took a string and tied I think a bottle opener, a can opener, because I was realizing, well, you have to be able to open the cans, and they disappeared. I hope that wasn't against the rules, but they did disappear, and I was kind of disappointed. But anyway, we have 3 community fridges here in Durham. One is at St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street on the Iredell Street side. It's served by Go Durham bus number 11. The Scrap Exchange has one at 2050 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center, served by bus number 10. And then Bragtown Baptist Church has one at 3218 North Roxborough Street, and they're served by the bus number 4. And I appreciate that they put each of these community fridges in a spot where you could easily take the bus and go there. Love that. Love that. Now, let's see. Oh, you know what? I got some alerts last night. Let me tell you about, let me see if I can find it first, because I can't remember if it's the city or the county. The Alert Durham. Let's see, what is that? Let me scroll back up, because I got like 3 or 4 alerts last night, because we did have some pretty exciting thunderstorms. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I didn't realize I was going to talk about this, so I'm kind of unprepared. But it's called Alert Durham. Let's see. And I can't remember if it's city or county, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway while I'm looking. Alert Durham is really great. You can get alerts, and I'm not looking up because I'm looking for it on my iPad here. So Alert Durham, you can actually go to the website, you can sign up, and then you can let them know in what order you want to be alerted. Some people would say, well, I would prefer that you text me first, or call my landline first, or call my cell phone first. You can actually list the order in which these alerts are sent. And these alerts are about weather, like last night we had some thunderstorms, lightning storms, and let's see, I'm still looking. And also, like if you have to leave the community real quick because maybe there's a chemical fire. These warehouses are catching on fire across the country, so you definitely want to be alerted. Especially if you have something like asthma. I just found it. It's under Durham County Emergency Management. So you can get notifications about severe weather, right? Road closures, right? Unexpected road closures, missing persons, and evacuations of buildings or neighborhoods. Once when I was downtown, I got an alert because I think there was a gas leak, and they were telling people to leave the area in one certain area of Durham. And so you can choose the order in which you receive notifications, for example, text first or mobile phone second, etc. Also, with the weather alerts, you can set quiet times so the calls won't wake you up. Although, if you watch YouTube like I do and watch all the weather people like Ryan Hall, y'all, nighttime tornadoes are the scariest because you can't see them coming. So I wouldn't turn off the notifications at night. I mean, I wouldn't want to sleep through a tornado. I would want to get to my inner room, like the bathroom or whatever, and, prepare instead of just snoozing. And a friend of mine slept through a tornado and he woke up outside. I'm just saying. So at least you want to make sure you're dressed if you're going to do that. So anyway, Alert Durham is really awesome. So you can register register for it. I do have the link right there on the Word page. Go ahead and sign up because you can definitely, find out as soon as it happens. When there's bad weather, road closures, like I said, if you have to evacuate for whatever reason. In fact, there's something going on right now in New York City. I was just watching on 43rd and I think it's on the east side, like 2nd or 3rd Avenue or whatever. And some workers are up on the 21st floor of one of those tall buildings in New They're all tall in New York, aren't they? But anyway, they noticed the support beams buckling and the building is like has cracks in it, so they got everybody out. So that's happening right now on YouTube. If you go to YouTube right now, it'll probably pop up first thing. But anyway, I don't know if they have Alert New York, but yeah, you would want to know about something like that if it's happening in Durham. Definitely sign up for Alert Durham. Okay, let us see if there are some classes. Actually, I think if I'm not mistaken, there are no classes today for the Small Business Center. Let me see if I'm right. I am wrong. Okay, there are some classes listed under Durham Tech Small Business Center. If you are a budding entrepreneur, you can take these classes. There are fewer classes than usual probably because people are taking vacation. So, here's a class tonight from 6 until 7:30. Again, if you're a budding entrepreneur, Business Succession Made Simple. This is for people who are already running a business and they need to figure out what happens if they get sick or if they die, whatever. What happens to the business? Does it just shut down or what? And Dave is saying, oh my, yeah. I'm sure he's responding to what's happening in New York. Yeah, it's going on right now. And people are standing right next to the building looking up. And I'm like, if it collapses, it's going to be so embarrassing. Anyway, let me continue. So you want to know what to do with your business should something happen to you. You need to plan in advance. Maybe you want to prepare your spouse or your oldest child or friend or your best employee or whatever, what to do. So that is going to be tonight from 6 until 7:30. These classes are totally free. They're live. They're on Zoom, and you can ask questions, which is great. Here's another one from 6 until 8, how to start a business. There you go. Simple as that. This next one is Thursday. Okay, so that's it. So no class tomorrow. Alrighty. I do want to point out that the Durham Public Schools has made arrangements for different businesses and houses of worship and whatnot to feed the children, the young people, ages 1 to 18. So I have 7 flyers worth of addresses. So go to the Word page, go to DurhamSkywriter.com, go to the Word page, scroll down to Durham Public Schools, and you will see this list of different places that are offering free breakfasts and free lunches to young people. If I'm not mistaken, if this works like it has in past years, the children eat there on the spot. They don't just grab it and take it home. They eat right there. And so these places are all over town. At least, there's got to be at least 30 of these on different venues. And I really want to thank them, give them a thumbs up for looking out for the children, which is really wonderful. So some offer breakfasts and some offer lunches, some offer both. So definitely check out the list. I repeat the same list on the school tools page, and that'll make it even easier to find. So definitely check that out. And while you're on the school tools page, check out the write-up about the summer reading program for not just young folks, but anybody who wants to participate at the various Durham County libraries. You read books, your children read books, you can read to your children, jot down the name of the book. When your log is finished, you pick up the log at the library. When it's filled out, you take it back, and I think the kids will get stickers and stuff, and then you get a new log, and you can, it's part of the program. It's really fun, and also when your children are reading over the summer, their skills stay on point. There is something called Summer Slide, where the kids get to school and then they realize they can't read well anymore, or they can't read as well. And you want them to keep up with the other kids and just to keep up in general. All right, nothing worse than a dejected child. Okay, now I think that's going to be it. Let me see if there's anything else. I mean, there's a lot on this page. I just invite you to check it out when you have time. I was trying to remind myself to check something, though. There was something else I wanted to check. Can't think of it right now, and I'm not running into what it was I was trying to remind myself about. That's okay. What I'm going to do now. Oh, so I scrolled right down to it. Salvation Army, yes. They're helping folks. Even though it's Christian based, you don't have to be Christian to be served. You just have to be someone in need, someone in Durham who needs help. So they run summer camps. Right now, they're accepting applications from people who need help with their rent, their mortgage, or their utility payments. And utility, that's your water, your heat, air conditioning, that sort of thing. So I do have a link you can click, and then you can register and set up an account on the general website. And then after you enter your zip code, then they'll direct you to the Durham office. So you don't go directly to the Durham office, you go to the big Salvation Army website to set up an account. And then when you zero in on the Durham office, then you can call or stop by and receive help, which I think is really wonderful. They also have something called the Pathway of Hope program. And this is for families with at least one child under the age of 18. So parents, you can meet with a caseworker and put together an action plan for getting yourself together, getting your family on a good foot, so to speak. So we're talking about job training, we're talking about health services, education, housing options, and or legal services, whatever you need. So if you need a boost to build a strong family, then the Salvation Army wants to help. Give them a call. Got the phone number right there on the Word page. All right. Now we're going to zip over. I have to remember to hurry up so I can go to this event I'm supposed to go to. How about let's zip over to, you know what? I'm just going to go to the health page. And I think what I'm going to do is just to scroll down to the blood drives and then the health events page, and that'll be it. So let's check the American Red Cross first, with today being the 7th. Okay, they are already at Duke Regional Hospital's Behavioral Health Center at 3643 North Roxborough Street, and they will be there collecting donations of blood, which can save lives, until 3 o'clock. Let's check with the Blood Connection. They do the same thing. And their next blood drive is tomorrow. Okay, so they will be at, I hope I'm saying this right, Humasite of 2525 East Highway 54. And they will be there tomorrow from 9 until 1. And they'll have another crew at Syngenta at 9 Davis Drive. That's over there at Research Triangle. And that will be from 10 until 2. Then they're going to have yet another crew at the Durham Co-op Market, 1111 West Chapel Hill Street. That's just west of downtown. And they will be there from 10:30 until 1:30. And that's tomorrow. Now today is Tuesday, so I do need to let you know about the Health Equipment Loan Program, also known as the HELP Program. You can donate items like walkers and wheelchairs, that sort of thing. You can see the whole list on the To Your Health page. And then you can, if you need these items, you can go there and borrow them for 90 days at a time. It's run by Durham County, so no money exchanges hands. Location is 4206 North Roxborough Street, and they are open only on Tuesdays and Fridays. So Tuesdays 10 to 2, and then Fridays 1 until 5. All right, I'm going to rush over to the health events page, and let's see if there's anything going on I can tell you about. Let's see, today's the 7th. Going on right, well, starting in 10 minutes, of the mind-body approaches to coping with cancer. They'll be meeting from noon until 12:45. So if they use the same link over and over. So if you already have a link and you already have, attended this meeting, then definitely go ahead and do that. Otherwise, go ahead and register real quick, see if you can get in, because that'll happen in 10 minutes. You can get some good tips on dealing with cancer. There's going to be a blood pressure class today. I hope to go. That's going to be at 4 o'clock at the Lincoln Community Health Center, 1301 Fayetteville Street, in Conference Room B, which is downstairs. So this free blood pressure class is awesome. I went once, and I do need to go again. So I'm going today, and it'll be from 4 until 5. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's it. Now, let's go to the Senior Scope page and see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. 406 Rigsby Avenue, great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. And just a reminder that on Tuesdays and Thursdays they're open until 7. So if you're still working, you're over the age of 55, but you're still working 9 to 5 or whatever, stop by the center after work and get in a nice little workout. Work out all that stress, those kinks and whatnot. So they have a workout room. They've got more. They have an exercise room. They've got at least 2, and they have the machine thingies and the weights and the bouncy balls and all that stuff. They also have a computer lab. They have a theater. In fact, they showed a movie yesterday, and I think they'll be showing a movie in the evening one day this week. Let's check real quick. So today is Tuesday. So this afternoon, bingo from 1 until 1:45 in the lower commons. Quilt making at 1. DCSL band practice. Yes, I forgot to mention they also have a band. So they'll be rehearsing in the theater at 2 o'clock. The Arthritis Foundation exercise program is at 2:15. Kings in the Corner, that's a card game of some kind. You can play that all afternoon starting at 2:30. And then they have, they still haven't added dominoes, but they do have dominoes, and that's a lot of fun. I'm learning how to play. I'm not, they have all these rules and stuff, but I know the basics, and it's really fun. So, and they're very patient, and if you even stand around looking, they'll tell you, come on and sit down. And if you say, I don't know how to play, they'll say, we'll show you. Have a seat. So it's really fun. They're very welcoming at the Senior Center, so definitely check that out. Now tomorrow morning, I didn't mention women's pool at 4, from 4 until 4:45. Of course, women can always go and play billiards, but this is like women only, so that's at 4 o'clock. Oh, and something new called Zumba with Kendra at 5:30. Okay, there you go. Now tomorrow morning, they're going to have muscle pump at 8:40. And if that's a little early for you, that's okay, because you can watch and participate via Facebook. So the red FB means that it's live on the Durham Center for Senior Life Facebook page. Also, another new class, Sweat and Salsa at 9 o'clock. Total body workout at 10. That's also on Facebook. Quick drawing class at 10. Ping pong at 10. Hispanic Heritage Group at 10. Meditation. Oh, this is new. Meditation and mindfulness at noon. Okay, that is new. And then learn and play Pinochle. That's that other card game I was trying to remember. And that's at 12:30 tomorrow. Now, let's check for the special events. Let's see. Ooh, this starts in 5 minutes. Ooh, Aging for Beginners author talk, where you can meet Al Vinson, who wrote the book Aging for Beginners, Insights and Strategies on Aging Gracefully, and he wrote it under the name Larry Elder. Okay. Also happening this afternoon, starting at 12:30, the Caregiver Support Group will be meeting. Also happening, this is happening tomorrow. They haven't announced the time yet or which room it's going to be in, So maybe you can call for information on this next one, and you can call 919-688-8247. And oh, someone's saying hello. Well, hello. How are you? I'm doing pretty well, actually. Saying, how are you? I'm doing okay. It's a little warm. We'll be checking the weather in a few minutes because I think it's going to go over 90 again. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So this is happening tomorrow. Don't know the time or which room, but Finance with SECU, that's the State Employees Credit Union, if I'm not mistaken. And this is going to be a segment where they're calling it credit and credit scores. So you can learn all about, building credit, what the credit scores mean, et cetera, et cetera. Because I know when you try to get loans and mortgages and stuff like that, you have to have a good credit score. So I guess they'll tell you what to do about that. And I've got cool braids. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Been growing them for a few years. Am I a weatherman? No, I am not. I'm a journalist. I have a newspaper called the Durham Skywriter. It's an online paper. And I was saying that I'll check the weather because with every show, I do check the weather app just to let people know just how hot it's going to be today. Yeah, so I'm not really a weather forecaster, but I do use the weather app. Okay, now I think that is it. Let's see, let me check. Oh, there's a sewing class tomorrow at 11. Okay. All right, I think that's it. Oh, and the Little Garden Club, they'll be meeting tomorrow at 11 also. And as you already know, you might know that there is a new planting box, or maybe 4 at least planting boxes right outside of the Durham Center for Senior Life. And I've noticed that not all the spaces have been taken. So maybe you want to go to the meeting and then try to claim that space and see if you can plant something. Maybe plant something to eat, like some asparagus or something. Yeah, that might be cool. So now I'm going to go to, because I'm kind of in a rush now, because I have to be somewhere at 12:30. So let's go to the Let's Go page. Alrighty, that's the calendar of events page. So let me scroll down. Oh, let me mention, actually, let me see if it's going to be 90, because I need to know this. Let's see. Oh, and Dave is greeting our new guest, Black Key Moody, with the fist bump. There you go. Because we're friendly here. That's how we do. So let me just see. It's going to be over 90 today, so I can announce this. Okay. So the cooling station, which is run by the Communities in Partnership, will be open today. They're open Monday through Thursday when the temperature exceeds 90 degrees. So it will exceed 90 today. So you can go to, if you're like me, you don't have air conditioning, you can go to 101 South Driver Street. Let's see, they're open Monday through Thursday from 11 until 4. You don't have to pay anything. You just go. They have comfortable chairs, nice music playing. It's air conditioned. They have cold drinks. They have light snacks. They have free Wi-Fi, so bring your iPad or your laptop or whatever. You need to do some work or check your email or whatever. They have family activities. There's a little kid riding a bike last time I was there, so that was fun. And you can just check it out. You'll recognize the building right away as being a former fire station. So kind of hard not to miss it. It's on the corner, basically, of Driver and Main Street. Oh, and if those few spots around the building are taken, then just look across the street. You'll see a church there. You can park in their parking lot. No worries. All right, and like I already said, you can go to any of the libraries and cool off as well. Now, let's check the special events, or the events period. Oh, of course, I need to mention that Wheels Durham has summer public skating every weekday, twice a day, from 11 until 1:30, where admission for skaters is $13, and you can rent if you don't own. If you're an adult just there watching your kid, then you pay $4 if you don't plan to skate. And then they have another skate session from 2 until 4:30. And again, admission during that session is also $13. Now, New Visions of Africa restaurant, they're hosting the grocery giveaway. That's going to be today. It starts in a half hour, starts at 12:30. If you're in need, definitely stop by. The giveaway, great food. If you're driving, you can park in the parking lot of W.D. Hill, which is their next door neighbor. The only thing, that street right next to it is they're working on it. And they're working on 2 different spots in the same area. So what you want to do is to head just north and turn west on Umstead off of Fayetteville Street, and then just go around and park in the W.D. Hill parking lot. No worries. And of course, if you're on the bus, it's number 5 bus or 5K. Okay, let's see now. It's a little hot for this, but the Glass Jog Run Club, they will meet right before 6 in the Parkwood Ballpark, 5200 Revere Road. So you can join either the 2-mile walk or the 5K jog and run. And it's non-competitive, so you don't have to worry about getting all hot and bothered. So it's just people getting fresh air, basically, and getting some movement in. Because whenever you see strollers are welcome, it's non-competitive. So you can bring your strollers and your little kids, cover them up with a little umbrella or whatever. And also, they say dogs are welcome. And I'm sure they probably would prefer them to be on a leash, because if people are running, you don't want the dog to chase the people down the street. It's rude. Okay. Also, Wheels Durham will have free dinner night skate later on from 6 until 8:30, where you pay $15. That does include the skate rental. And not only that, you get a slice of cheese pizza and a small drink. How about that? So, again, if you're a non-skater, you pay $4, but skaters will pay $15. I don't know if the non-skaters get pizza. Probably not, because you're not paying extra. Anyway, let the kids get the pizza. Yeah, the adults don't need the pizza. Let the kids, leave it to the kiddies. Okay. The Black and Brown Ballet class is at the Hayti Heritage Center from 6:30 until 8. So this is for beginning and intermediate dancers, age 12 plus. So you pay $10, and then you get into the ballet technique after doing the stretching, the bending, and the exercises that you need to do before you do your ballet moves. So that will be this evening from 6:30 until 8 at the Hayti Heritage Center on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. Harris Beverages, they are hosting the Durham Toastmasters meeting, where you learn how to speak in front of people in public or maybe even online. So that's tonight, 6:30 until 8. Harris Beverages is at 1305 Hillsborough Road, and it says here to turn between the hot dog and the Wendy's. Now, if you can't go in person, then you can just click and attend via Zoom. It's probably not nearly as fun, but it's up to you, of course. High-strung violins and guitars, they're going to host the Irish Learning Jam, but they're going to hold it at the Blacknell Memorial Presbyterian Church. That will be tonight from 6:30 until 8. It's free. And ideally, if you're a near beginner, you're still able to play in the keys of G, D, and A major, and also E minor. Those are like the easy keys. That's from 6:30 until 8, and again, it is free. Aldersgate United Methodist Church at 1320 Umstead Road, not street, Umstead Road, north end of town. They host their weekly community pickleball. That's going to be lots of fun. I actually got to see it finally, and it looks like tennis, but not quite. But it looks like it's a lot of fun. So they'll be playing from 6:30 until 8:30, totally free. So apparently Aldersgate has more than one building, because it says head towards the big building where the gym is. It's free, and minors are welcome as long as they're accompanied by their parent or legal guardian. Now, if you prefer to just sit around and listen to some great jazz, you can listen to the Ernest Turner Trio turn is going to be on piano, Jonathan Curry on drums, Butler Knowles on bass, and they will be in concert at the Sharp 9 Gallery, which is it's in that industrial park, which is near Fayetteville and MLK Parkway. So tickets are $30 and $15 if you are a student. I have a link so you can get more information and you can get your tickets in advance. Last but not least, High Strung Violins and Guitars will host the Classic Country Honky Tonk Jam. Again, at Black Memorial Presbyterian Church, 1902 Perry Street. This will be from 8:30 until 10. Near beginners are again welcome. This time, a piano will be available. And also, singers can join in. So that should be lots of fun. And it is free. Chord charts might be provided. Depends on the song. Now tomorrow, Echo NC will be hosting 1 Million Cups Durham. Now they have recently moved, I think just this past month. So they're at their new spot, 404 Hunt Street. That's right by Durham Central Park. So 404 Hunt Street in Suite 500. Tomorrow from 8:30 until 10. So you get there at 8:30, you work the room, get some coffee and whatnot. And then you'll have a seat. And you will meet 2 speakers from 2 respective businesses, and they'll talk about what it's like to be an entrepreneur. So you can get some tips if you're just starting out or if you're considering starting a business. And it's just a good way to network. Oh, by the way, park for free in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot. I think Measurement Incorporated, I think they own that building. So you can go ahead and park in their parking lot with no worries. It's on Morris Street. Okay, Bell Yeager Free Will Baptist Church, they're going to have their food giveaway tomorrow from 10 until noon. They start way before 10. I mean, they give away the food at 10, but they start lining up way before 10. So you might want to get there early. If you want to volunteer, I've got the phone number there you can call and help them out. So this is at 128 East Cornwallis Road. So if you're struggling, definitely go there and get some free groceries. You can also get free groceries from Catholic Charities. They run the Durham Community Food Pantry in the Lakewood Shopping Center, 2020 Chapel Hill Road. So again, stop by, talk to the social worker. You can only go once a month. Get some food. Let them know if you can't have dairy or pork and they'll make a substitution. You can also get diapers. I'm sure they have them by now because it's the 7th. So they probably have already picked up the diapers for the month, so be sure to ask for diapers. They've got, the newborn to toddler sizes, and they have the big ones for adults. So if you're a caregiver, you might want to check that out. Okay, and don't forget roller skating at Wheels tomorrow from 11 until 1:30. Okay, the Pauli Murray Center for History and Social Justice, which is at 906 Carroll Street. They're going to have a guided tour of her home, and it's kind of been turned into like a museum. It's really pretty. You should go and check it out. You can learn all about the life of this very well-known African-American Episcopal priest, attorney, and civil rights activist. They have all these different exhibits and stuff. So tickets range from $20, which is the regular ticket, and then if you can't afford that, you can pay anywhere between $4 and $10. They don't mind at all. That's called the community ticket, and I have a link so you can go ahead and click and get more information and your ticket. Oh, and by the way, they held a special service at St. Titus. That was Pauli Murray's church. So they had a special service for her last week. As you might know, she's now a saint, which is awesome. So I think this is starting the 18th year of her being declared a saint. So that's another just a bit of information for you. So I think that's pretty much it. I gotta go. Let's check the weather real quick. Let us check the weather. Okay. So it's not 90 just yet. It is 88 degrees, and it definitely feels humid. I can feel it. It is because we just had a big several thunderstorms last night. So it says that it's cloudy. I see a little bit of sun poking out, but it is for the most part cloudy. It's 88. Today's high will be 91 degrees, so you can go to the cooling stations if you like. It says there's a 60% chance of thunderstorms again. Let's see when that's going to happen. So it looks like if it rains, I guess it's going to be like yesterday. It'll be like at around 10 o'clock. And then, oh, is that it? Oh, okay. But it does say that you might expect a thunderstorm at any time this afternoon. So we'll see. Well, if it starts getting cloudy, then you know to run. Okay, now tomorrow is going up to 91 again. And hey, look who's here. William M. Andrews. Oh, he's been talking. I've been missing. Okay, so William has been saying good afternoon from Durham, North Carolina. And then he said, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. And it is. And of course, Dave greets William with a will and a fist bump. And of course, I got to say this quickly before it turns 12:13. William M. Andrews likes to always point out when the numbers are the same. It is 12:12 right now. Thank you, William. Love that. And of course, fist bump. Back to Dave in 3D. The time is the same number. And Dave also likes that, where he says, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. And it really is. It really is. So if it does rain, it's scheduled for 10, but it could happen at any time, because yesterday the clouds just came in. I mean, I was hearing thunder way before the cloud, and then the clouds just swooped in, and then it was crazy. And that happened twice. I might have slept through one, but I know for sure I was awake for 2 of the thunderstorms last night. So tomorrow, 91, 70% chance of thunderstorms. There's a percent chance of rain just about every day this week. I mean, even the weekend. So there you go. Anyway, I have to go. And you might want to check out that story, that breaking story in New York is probably still ongoing, where some workers were on some tall building on 43rd Street in New York City, and they saw the support beams buckling and cracking and whatnot, and everybody rushed out of the building. And of course, I wish the police would tell them to move back, because they're standing at the base of the building looking up, and I'm like, if it falls, it's going to fall directly on them. But anyway, so Dave is saying, have a little fun. Ooh, there, buddy. Thank you, as always. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate your being here, indeed. And like I said, you might want to check out that story in New York. I like breaking stories. Well, maybe that's why I'm a journalist. I don't know. I do like breaking stories. I like to see people, talk, like on their feet, you know what I mean? As opposed to scripts. I like to just see what happens when people have to just talk. Somehow that intrigues me. I don't know why. Anyway, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Let me make sure. I don't think I have any appointments tomorrow. I do not. So, although there might be an event I might have to go to tomorrow, but for the most part, I'll do the show at noon. And if that changes, I will either do it early like today, or I will pre-record. So have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao for now.